Hello, welcome to e-Niro Diaries on the 19th of November. Welcome back if you've watched the channel before. So we're heading off to the north of France today to get on the ferry tonight, midnight ferry across to the UK. I'm going to be in the UK for about 4 or 5 days. Mrs. e-Niro is going to stay and do some work for a few weeks. So I'm going to be coming back on my own. So we are currently at 92,450 kilometres and we just charged to 100%, and the GOM is telling us 499k of range. So you can see, whereas we were going to 100% back in the summer, it was giving us like 435, 440, sorry, 535, 540 kilometres estimated range. Now it's still quite warm here actually, and we've got a west-southwest wind which should help us up a little bit. We certainly don't need the heater on. It's 15 degrees today, although we expect it's going to get colder as we get further north. But I fully expect a sort of real world range of about 420, 430, driving at auto route speeds, 110 kilometers an hour, sometimes more. So yeah, this time is a bit different. We've done this journey before, but I've always still planned it out and checked to see what chargers are around, what chargers are available, and use the charge map planning thing to plan the route. But this time we're just gonna wing it. We're going for some Total Energy chargers that, as of this morning, were working, and there are 7 or 8 175 kilowatt chargers there on the auto route just north of Le Mans, and that's 286k. So it's about 3 hours drive from here, probably a bit more because we stop and swap drivers at some point. So as I say, we're just gonna wing it, and the confidence in the charging infrastructure is definitely getting better. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Famous last words, eh? So here we are at services just north of Le Mans. We've done 262 kilometres, still got 193 of range on the gasometer. So yeah, it was telling us 499 when we left, but that's realistically, I guess, for 260, 360. Yeah, it's 460. It's a realistic 460. As we've got north, it's got a lot windier. And we've got a lot of crosswinds, and our consumption's gone up. It was about 14 as far up as halfway between Poitiers and Tours, but now it's 15 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. So yeah, this is Total Energies. We used it last year when we came this way, but it didn't have any covers on it. Now it's got covers on. It's got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 575 kilowatt chargers and 250 kilowatts. We've just gone on one of the 50 kilowatts. We're still at 42%. It's not going to charge very fast, so we're just going to stop here for half an hour, have a cup of tea, and push on. Then it's another 160 to get to the ferry. We've done this in just under 3 hours. That's not bad, and we've stopped twice to change drivers as well, so not too bad. So I've been plugged in here for 32 minutes, had a cup of tea, a bit of a rest, and use the bathroom, and we're at 75%, still charging at 48 kilowatts. Only got about 3 minutes to do to get to 80%. So yeah, we saw our first Fisker Ocean back there between Poitiers and Tours. We just stopped for a few minutes to swap drivers, and there was a row of chargers there, and it's a nice looking car, really good looking car. It's the first one I've seen. A bit later on along the road it came past us. So yeah, this isn't as good as Tesla. I mean, Tesla is fantastic, and it's also a lot cheaper. Here it's 49 centimes plus tax, so it's 57.2 centimes per kilowatt hour for the 50 kilowatt charger, and yeah, 59 centimes plus tax, so I think it's 68 centimes including tax for the 175. Cover now. When we came here last year, it wasn't undercover, so that's a move. And then just next to this, there's another 6 places all being made ready for another competitive charging business. We don't know if it's going to be Tesla or Engie or one of those. There's certainly more competition coming, and certainly no problem finding a place to charge. So as I said at the start of the video, this is the first time we've just gone on a long trip, not even bothered to plan it out, just said, yeah, we know there's chargers on the way, and we've sort of taken a flyer. We just do one long stint and charge in when it suits us, plug in when it suits us. And just next to us here is an MG Marvel, which the first charger they tried, they couldn't get it to go, and they had somebody from Total Energies helping them. Couldn't get it to go, but they've got it to go now, so that's good. And then next to that is a Dacia Spring, little Dacia Spring. So anyway, we're about to unplug and get on our way. So we've done another 100 kilometers, and when you get north of Le Mans, it's been a bit of a desert on the way up to the Normandy coast in the past, and we tend to kind of rely on this 50 kilowatt charger that's in the port at Ouistreham, and but it's only one charger. It is next door to a McDonald's, so we tend to sort of go in there, have a cup of tea and use the internet before we then head off to a restaurant before we get on the boat. But there is a new charger on the road just north of Argenton, going up to, so we're still 80 kilometers away from our destination, but I thought, no, I'm not going to risk it this time. I'm going to pull off and plug in, so that when we roll off the boat in the UK, we want at least 300 kilometers of range left, and we were down to about 250, 260, so I thought, let's build it up to 400, and then we've got another 80 to do. So this is a charger I've never used before. It's called Zunder, if you can see that, and it's pretty good. They've got, I'm going to try to show you here, they've got 22 kilowatt AC, which they charge 30 centimes for, 150 kilowatt AC, which they charge 50 centimes per kilowatt hour, and then 300 kilowatt that they charge 54 centimes. Now, when you go to the chargers, as you can see, they're quite small. These are the 22 kilowatt AC ones, but the ones where we're plugged in, just behind me there, you go up to them and you've got a choice. You've got 800 volt or 400 volt. So of course you press 400 volt, and that gives you 150 maximum. And if you're lucky enough to have something like a Ioniq 5 or a Kia EV6, which has an 800 volt system, you obviously pay 4 centimes more, and you can charge that bit faster, and you press the 800 volt button. But it seemed to work really well. It worked with the charge map card first time, and we're already at 56%, and it jumped almost straight in at 75 kilowatts. So we're charging pretty fast. Only going to be 15-16 minutes up to 80%. So yeah, that's it's a surprise, and this is important for me because when I come back here in about 4 or 5 days time, I don't have to roll off the ferry and then go and sort of curl up by the McDonald's and charge. I can actually get about 80 kilometers under my belt, and knowing that I can plug in here and then get on to down probably past Tours before I need to plug in again. So it's things are moving. Zunder, it's called Zunder the Charging Hero. Okay. So we are in the queue waiting to get on the ferry, which is 45 minutes late. I've never seen so few cars, they said at the check-in desk it's really quiet. It's going to be pretty rough crossing, but here's a funny thing. This is the 4th time that we've used Brittany ferries going across to the UK with the electric car, and we've now got a sticker, as you can see, on the window. A
sticker of shame.
A sticker of shame, yes. It's an EV. So, and there's a notice up actually at the check-in desk of Brittany ferries as you pull up in your car that says if you're an electric vehicle or hybrid, you have to let us know. And all I can imagine is that this is in case of, as they say in Elon Musk's other company, a rapid unscheduled disassembly of the car while in transit. So obviously, because EVs are bursting into flames all over the place, so we've got this sort of leper sticker you can see there on the window, which anyway, I guess what it is, they may put electric vehicles in a particular place that's closer to fire suppressant equipment or something like that. Who knows? Anyway, just thought to share that with you. So early morning, just getting off a ferry in the UK, we hope soon. Badge of honour. I mean, what's this all about? Never happened before, but there we go.